Now that you know a little bit more about both write rules and validate rules, you might be wondering what the exact differences are between the two. After all, they are both executed when you try to write data to a database. Part of the difference is in their use. Validation rules should be used to ensure the correct structure and format of data, whereas write rules deal with who has access to write to that data. Functionally, the fact that write rules cascade down and validate rules do not is very important. Write rules should be used to map out portions of the data structure that particular users have access to write to, whereas validate rules should be used to deny a user with write access if they're trying to do something strange to the data. Write rules therefore become about giving access to someone, whereas validate rules can be used to further restrict improper data editing. For example, you could use a write rule to say that a user can alter an item's properties if they are the owner of the list or shared on that list. But say you want to also verify that there are some true things specific to each property to make sure that the property is being used correctly. For example, you could validate that they change the item only to words that start with capital letters, or you could do something like check that the user is shopping at a list if they want to edit the bought property on an item. And finally, another functional difference that I've mentioned but is very good to be again reminded of is that validate rules are not executed when something is deleted or removed. And basically what this means is that if you ever need to restrict access to deleting or removing items, you need to use a write rule for that. Okay, hope that clears things up a little bit.